Time to hit the showers. Hey guys, Justin with Backyard Bushcraft. So if you checked out my Instagram page recently, you saw that I was upstate last week at Warrensburg Travel Park and Riverfront Campground right on the Screwen River. I wouldn't exactly call it roughing it. We did sleep in a tent, my family and I, our friends Jerry and Michelle. They have a nice camper, a really great setup, and I highly recommend you check out the park if you've never been up there. Something about the Adirondacks that there's something in the air up there that's just different than anywhere else I've ever been in the woods, and I highly recommend checking them out. Jerry and Michelle, we had a great time, and I'm really looking forward to coming back up there next year and spending a lot more time in the woods with you guys. So like I said, I wouldn't necessarily call it roughing it. We had all the amenities that one could need to feel comfortable while camping out in the woods. We had showers, we had a pool, and it happened to be a very hot and humid weekend. So there was a night where we did finally get ourselves clean and refreshed from the heat and the humidity. But it got me thinking about a video I watched recently about camp hygiene. And I started to think about, if I was out in the wilderness and I didn't have the amenities that were available to us, what would I do to keep myself fresh and clean if I happen to be on a long-term camping trip? So as you know, I'm a big fan of Coalcracker Bushcraft. I recently purchased a gum blanket that they sell in their store, and this piece of equipment just has so many different uses. I use it for a ground mat underneath my hammock. When I use that, you can use it for a makeshift shelter. You can use it as a poncho. It's a really great tool. Normally when I go camping for 2 or 3 days and there are facilities available, I don't take a shower. I kind of like the smell of the firewood on me. I like just the feel of being, to be honest, just part of what I'm doing. But also from time to time, when it does get really hot and really humid and you just kind of get that icky feeling, it's not a bad idea to give yourself a quick little wash down. So all I've done here is I've utilized the vulcanized rubber part of this gum blanket. I've just taken some firewood, I've stacked it on all 4 sides, I draped the gum blanket over the firewood, essentially making like a little pool here, a little bath area. I recently saw a video and somebody used a very similar idea. It wasn't necessarily a gum blanket, but they did utilize like a tarp for this idea. I figured I have the gum blanket with me now, and the vulcanized rubber really makes it convenient to make some type of a pool area like this or a bathing area like this, so you can wipe yourself down while you're out in the wilderness. So if you've been following me for a while now, or if you've seen other videos of mine, I have an everyday carry bag video. I'll have a link that's going to pop up in this video here. You can check that out. I always carry a personal hygiene bag, and I always carry some type of cloth with me, whether I need to ever, in an emergency type of situation, filter some water, just wipe my face clean, or again, give myself a good little wipe down. But check out that video. I go over most of the contents that are in that bag. I do switch out my personal hygiene bag from that everyday carry bag to when I do go away camping or hiking or anytime outside, so I always have that on me. So again, the gum blanket, not only can it be used for something to keep yourself dry when you lay on the ground, not only can it keep your feet dry when and if you use it underneath a hammock, or maybe like a poncho if it happens to rain out, or even like a makeshift shelter just to get you out of the elements temporarily. This right here can be used, obviously, to fill up with some water. You can then wipe yourself down and get yourself nice and clean when you're outside. One of the great things with this also is it doesn't necessarily have to be ice cold water. If you have your campfire going, you can always warm up the water, give yourself a nice little fresh warm bath, and you can also do that as well. So if you're going to be out in the woods for an extended period of time, I always recommend bringing an extra pair of socks. You always carry some type of rag with you if you need to filter some water, or you could always put this in a cool stream, keep it on your neck, and get yourself cooled off. If you just want to go through my personal hygiene bag, this is what I carry with me, like I said, anytime I go outside, whether it's camping, whether it's hiking, or an overnight trip, whatever the case is. This is either in my everyday carry bag with me when I'm at work, or I take this out of my bag and I put this with my camping gear, and you could tell this thing's been through just about everything with me. I use it all the time. So I do interchange some things in and out of this from time to time. One of the things that I do take out and don't carry with me all of the time would be like a razor and shaving cream. That's something that I carry with me for work. I need to be clean shaven, so if I do happen to get a little lazy in the morning and I have to hit the bathroom real quick and just touch up my face, I have that option on me. But that's something that I would keep to the side, especially if I'm outside camping and hiking. It's not really a priority of mine. But what I would always bring with me is a holder for soap. There's no soap in here now because I just use it for when we were camping. But a holder for soap. I like to have a fresh mouth when I'm camping. There's nothing better than having nice fresh brushed teeth when you're outside camping. So I have toothbrush and I have some toothpaste. So right there you have your oral hygiene. You wake up in the morning and you give yourself a nice fresh mouth to start the day off right. So if you don't feel like setting up your gum blanket to totally wipe yourself down as like a bath, I do carry some wet ones. This is real quick. It gets you under the armpits, get the important parts that might tend to sneak up on you if you're in the outdoors for a long amount of time. But these are always great to carry, and I make sure I always have these with me. Also, you're going to be using your hands for everything, whether you're foraging, if you're the type of person that traps game, and you're going to be skinning game or cleaning game or fish, whatever the case is. It's always good to make sure you have your hands clean because you're constantly putting your hands in your mouth or wiping your face, and the last thing you want to do is get any type of sickness or virus or bacteria that you may have been messing around with on the floor or in some type of animal. I always carry Vaseline with me. This is also a great supplement for moisturizer for your lips, and also you put on your face if you do happen to be outside in frigid temperatures. It will protect you from any type of wind that's blowing. If I'm going to be outside for a long period of time, normally I don't worry about taking a shower, but if I am with my family, I am with friends like I was just this past weekend, I will make sure that I obviously take care of myself so I'm not stinking up the place next to them. But I do carry a small thing of shampoo. Something else very important, fingernails and toenails. You want to carry maybe a little nail clipper. Keep those fingernails clean, keep those toenails clean. If you're a backpacker and you are going to be doing a lot of walking, it is very important that you keep yourself in check so you prevent any ingrown toenails, or depending on how long you are out there, no overgrowth, and you just get yourself nice and fresh where it counts. And that's pretty much it. I carry this in an Eagle Creek travel bag. These things are great, as you see. I mean, I've had this for years now. I'm probably due for a new one, but they're easy to clean. They hold everything that I carry with me that I need, and I really never leave home without this, regardless if I'm just going to work or if I'm going outside for a while. So camp hygiene isn't necessarily essential for survival, but for comfort, that's what I'm all about. And to have the gum blanket to utilize if I don't have any of the other amenities around is really, really helpful. So real quick, before I forget, I do have an Amazon affiliates page. If there's something I mentioned that you happen to want or you like the bag or any of the items that I carry in my personal hygiene kit, you can click on some of the links in my description that'll bring you to my page. If you click on that link, obviously it generates some type of commission for me, helps the page, and I do really appreciate it. So something to think about if you're looking to get yourself clean and really get yourself cooled down. Maybe you have some of that soap with you, or you have some of that shampoo with you. The last thing you want to do is use a creek or a stream or a river or a lake to go bathe yourself in. Reason being, the products that you're going to put on your body are going to contaminate that water source. Not just for you, but for anybody else that wants to go use it down the road. We want to preserve what Mother Nature gives us, and the last thing we want to do is contaminate the natural world out there by the cleaning products that we need to keep ourselves feeling fresh. So that's going to do it for me today, guys. Again, real quick, like I said, I was up in the Adirondacks. I had amenities available to me. I utilized those amenities. I felt great after my shower, but it did get me thinking that if I was outside camping or if I was outside hiking, what would I do, or what would I use to get myself fresh and clean if I really needed to, if I started feeling really icky and wanted just to get that overall fresh feeling. So I hope you liked the video today. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber, and more importantly, ring that bell so you're notified every time I make a new video. I really appreciate you checking me out today. This is Justin with Backyard Bushcraft, signing out.